Good morning. It is June 4th, 2026. I'll bring the DeKalb County Drainage Board meeting to order. First order of business is to approve the May 7th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Motion to approve best as I can remember.
A second. I have a motion and a second to approve the May 7th, 2026 meeting minutes. Is there any further discussion? Here, no further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
I'll abstain. I wasn't here.
Good. Motion carries. Next we have, is it June attorney fees in the amount of $1,295.00. I'd like to make a motion to approve the June attorney fees.
So moved.
Second. A motion and a second to approve the attorney fees of $1,295.00. Is there any further discussion? Here, no further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you, Shannon. We have a minor subdivision, Van Kuren Estates, out on County Road 40A, involving 4 of the county regulated drains. Anybody here on their behalf? Good morning. Want to state your name, address, and who you're with?
Todd Land, Leo, Indiana, 9611 Blackstone Court.
What are we doing out on 40A?
We are going to build a barn and a 4-acre pond.
All on a 20 parcel.
Subdivision. Surveyor approve.
Yep.
Very good. Might want to make a motion to approve the Van Kuren Estate subdivision. County Road 40A, Auburn, Indiana. Parcel 14-06-27-200-021 with a favorable recommendation from the surveyor's office involving 4 of the county regulated drains.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the subdivision as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Yeah, utility permit for NIPSCO. Becca says they're supposed to be here and they're not. Move on. Huh?
Not NIPSCO.
It's AES. AES is here. They were out in the parking lot.
Oh,
We
yes.
literally waved at us when we were walking.
So this one's not here, so we're just AES. Huh?
AES.
AES is supposed to be.
So they're not doing the substation one?
There's a.
We do it at the next meeting. Couldn't make it.
You want to skip it, give them a few minutes, or?
We can go on to, don't look like we have any guests. We can do surveyor's report.
Yep, well, we have a consent waiver for vacation for the George Matson Miser lateral drain, number 73-43-0. All the landowner signatures. Where are we at here, Troy? Yeah. It's like straight north of the co-op. The infamous Ora Bowler. Yep, yep, yep,
North,
yep,
right there,
yep. Down.
right there.
You're on
You're
it.
on it.
Okay. That southern one there. Yep. That lateral. So all landowners in the watershed signed vacation paperwork. You just need a motion to accept it, Shannon?
Yes.
What'd you say, Glenn, on the,
It runs south of 22.
On the south side.
Landowners to the east, tile those low holes right there past where it is.
Privately.
Privately.
how many people were,
It's
all of them? Everybody in the watershed approved?
His thinking.
There we go.
Here is it.
So where are they gonna run a tile when they
they're
reconstruct
gonna
it?
fall pretty much. Except, well, that map is wrong.
Yeah,
They're gonna be able to gain depth then, too?
why did they not wanna keep
It wasn't on me. The petition anyway.
it? Did they mention that at all? That they reconstructed at their cost and county keep it?
Working with them to make standard, just in case in the future they ask for us.
All we're approving is the vacation of the tile.
So if they would come, put it into the county standards, because the county shouldn't accept a train with,
Yeah.
Under their jurisdiction without it. I think the code actually says that.
Yeah, it was just one of the ones, since the state, we've been going through and either putting them on maintenance or
Yeah.
vacating. They're needed to put on maintenance or vacated.
Sure.
So we want a motion to
Accept the vacation.
accept the,
You'd accept the consent and waiver to vacate, signed by all the affected landowners, and with the instructions then that the administrative assistant will publish, we have to do a publishing then to say that it's been vacated. Just like we would if it,
I mean-
just like they would if it were a hearing.
does the motion have to say anything about it's really not gonna be a consent waiver if we vacate it, is there?
Oh, yeah, well, it's a consent and waiver to vacate, right?
It's a consent
Yes.
waiver to
You can-
vacate.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the consent and waiver part is to waive the hearing
Okay.
process.
Okay,
Yes. It's the same action as it would be if you had a hearing and vacated it.
Okay,
Just don't have to have that. They're waiving their right to the hearing.
right. Very good. Would anybody like to make a motion to approve the consent and waiver to vacate the George Mason drain number 73-43-0? Good enough, Shannon?
What?
Is that enough?
Yeah. I didn't know you were looking at me. I'm looking at the map.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent and waiver to vacate the George Mason as presented. Is there any further discussion?
I make one point too, if the survey can let them know that it would have to be up to our standard if we ever take it back. So just explain to them that if in the future, if they ever want us to put it back on maintenance, they would have to make it up to our standard.
Good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Anything else from the surveyor's office?
Oh, yeah.
You would have
Oh, yeah.
any hearing, okay.
Oh, yeah. AES is here now.
Sure.
Very good. We'll move on to
Jump back to that.
utility permits for AES Garrett UPA on County Road 11A. Anybody here want to address the board? Let us know what's going on?
Yeah, I'm Randy Griffith, Creek Enterprise. We're the contractor. The permits calls out for, looks like 3 drain crossings. We're gonna be directional drilling, again, going under your facilities and, 3 locations here. Near address, looks like 5422. And then, back here, 13, at, County Road 56. We would like to schedule it with your field personnel and have them there. We'll pothole it, physically take a look at it, and generally we always go under them. That keeps us out of the way of any future work we may have to do. But we can all decide how we want to approach that once it's potholed and daylighted.
Yeah, because if they're deep, you know, if they're 5, 6 foot deep,
Okay. Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. It will be in conduit.
Sir? Surveyor, got any information or recommendation?
Auburn's good about calling and making sure their contractors get with us and pothole so we can go out there and verify and be there to see that they're not hitting the tile and maintaining vertical separation.
Good. I want to make a motion to approve the utility permit for AES, Garrett UPA out at County Road 11A, Garrett, Indiana, involving, I show 6 of the county regulated drains. Favorable recommendation from the surveyor's office.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the utility permit as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you very much for your time today.
Yes, thank you.
Go back to surveyor's report. We've done surveyor's report. Anything else on the surveyor's report?
Yeah. Okay, last meeting, talked about a couple drains that were not on maintenance. We discussed them, but we waited to set some dates. One of those was the James B. Ridge. It's a lateral over towards Butler. It's a place not on maintenance where we want to combine it with the parent drain that it goes into. So I Shannon wasn't here last time, so we wanted to make sure what we were saying was good. So, he's part of the Reuben Sawville.
Here's Butler, where am I going?
I think it's northwest. Somewhere. I don't remember exactly. You could do a search if you want.
Yeah, I can try it. It's been iffy.
Okay, well, we wanted to combine that, ridge with the Reuben Sawville regulated drain. It would be renamed the Reuben Sawville Lateral 2, so that way it's easily associated with its parent drain. That watershed from the existing James B. Ridge, they would have a rate increase from $4 to $10 per acre.
Not locating drain.
That's going towards that Reuben Sawville.
There was something we wanted Shannon's opinion on, I don't remember what it was.
I think it was making.
Yeah, I don't know. The minutes really don't say, I don't think. I saw the
Well,
name.
we had that one. We also had one for proposed for vacation.
What was our question on it, you remember?
Who has to be notified? In a combination, it's all affected landowners? So if you're combining it with the main drain, you have to notify the main drain.
Sure.
There's something.
I think we can.
I thought it was something with the funds, like how we would split the funds up on the train too, wasn't it? Would we make everyone be the same rate or the watershed, something like that? The water.
Yeah, they weren't gonna let us use maintenance funds or something to reconstruct, and so we were gonna try to switch. I think is what it was.
Maybe it wasn't.
Something with the funding.
This wasn't the one we was wanting Shannon's opinion on. There was something, we were like, we'll wait till next
Maybe
meeting.
it was the joint one by the Frank. I have that one we were talking.
Yeah, I have another one we're gonna talk about too, so.
So what,
Oh,
Oh, the vacate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what,
his rears its ugly head
The next
every now and then.
I'm with
Huh?
Bill.
Is this where the houses are sitting on it, or
It's been a while.
finally get that? put
so
to bed
what's
one
our
more?
question on this one, anything?
so, and we need to set a date if we want,
Vacate? Or no, I'm sorry, join.
yep, to do the combination and the rate increase. For the existing James B. Ridge to turn it into the Reuben Sawville Lateral 2. We would also, where's that at, Troy? Did you ever end up finding it?
The locator's not working.
Perfect. You're just swiping around? All right.
Yeah, I'm just searching.
Okay. And we'll invite the whole Reuben Sawville watershed. I think the other part of it was, if I read through this all, to rename the other lateral. The other lateral is the Reuben Sawville Ridge lateral. We were just gonna change that to the Reuben Sawville Lateral 1. So they're easily referable and not confused with different
I
names.
just make sure
And-
that's in the notice.
Yep, yep. I have it all
Okay.
on the server's report and in the notice and everything, to make the numbers coordinate as well, because they have like a real random drain number with a, and if everybody wants to hear a hearing on that, what date works?
Did I see in the minutes that we did set the Ora Bowler
Yeah,
July 9th, right?
yeah.
Is July 9th gonna work for you guys?
Oh, whoops, no, it is.
Yeah.
Be a fun one. So we're looking beyond July 9th for this one, probably?
I would say. I think July 9th's on a, yeah. July 9th is a non-drainage board day, I believe.
Correct.
Rescheduled that on a non-drainage board day
Okay.
for a reason.
What time are we looking with the notices and everything? How far out do we need to be?
Do like the
We won't be here on the 30th. We can do August 6th? You want to tack it on the end of a drainage board? Oh, the joint. Love that. So probably not that day.
I think we could tack it on the end of a meeting, probably.
Wanna do the end of the 20th?
For me?
August 20th?
Motion for that? So moved.
Do you have the schedule of assessments that they can look at in order to schedule it? Or at least you can pull it up?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
It's
I have the
just what
surveyor's
code
report, like,
says.
Bruce is looking at the surveyor's report and everything right now, so.
You're supposed to look at the assessment roll to decide to put it on a
Okay.
hearing, or an increase or on maintenance.
I want to make a motion to set the meeting for August 20th for, or I guess add the Ruben Solvell drain to the James B. Ridge drain, the other way around? Other way around?
Combine the James B. Ridge
Combine
to
them,
the Ruben
just
Sawmill.
combining them.
Yep.
Anything else I need on that?
And a rate increase.
And a rate increase. Do it, he said.
Was it $10 per acre?
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
A motion is second to set a hearing on August 20th. Combine the two mentioned drains. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, no. Motion carries. Anything else from the surveyor?
Yep, RH Seward is by Garrett, electric motors. We discussed that one last time. It's another not on maintenance drain that, yeah, nope, you were there, Troy. Yeah. It goes under, several homes, under electric motors facility, through their retention pond, under more homes, down that way, and then it ties into the Garrett City tile. So this drain is unable to be maintained, so the surveyor's office recommends vacation for it, and we would need to have a hearing for that. I know some of our discussion, when Shannon wasn't here, was about what to do with that lateral 3 for the Seward that's down there. Just because it runs through that agricultural field, it's about the only part of the drain that is exposed that could be maintained, of if we wanted to keep that as a part of the Garrett City tile, or if we wanted to just vacate all of it and it be privately maintained. Lateral. Talk to the farmer.
This one?
What do you think, Stevie?
I think it'd be nice to keep that part, that lateral right there, really.
Keep it regulated?
Or is it, we're not paying, no one's paying on it, no maintenance or anything on it right now, or is there?
There's not. It's a not on maintenance drain, so there's no money in it, for us to do anything with it. So, if we were to keep it, yeah, we'd probably do a combination.
What about the one below it? Weren't we trying to vacate that too?
The Garrett City tile?
Yeah, weren't you trying to shift it to the city?
Oh, I would love to do that.
Yeah, they won't take it.
I don't blame them, look, I
No,
mean,
they
it
won't
runs,
take it. It runs through the whole
that's
city.
a disaster of a tile outlet.
It's
right
awful.
there.
What's
It's bad.
lateral 2 on that? discussed that one earlier.
That's the one that goes through the retention pond.
There.
So,
Not really sure
what are we looking to vacate? That as well?
Yes,
Lateral 2, 1, all of it.
in the May, yeah. We would just keep that lateral 3 branch right there that comes down and ties in. We would propose renaming it to the Garrett City Tile lateral. I'm not sure how many laterals there are in the Garrett City Tile, but I would find the next available lateral and make it a lateral to
Does
that.
that lateral two connect the two?
Up here?
Yeah, does it connect or
it's-
stops right there on, and then
It's
goes?
separated by the
Okay.
road, yeah.
Alright. Wow.
Two different tiles.
Oh.
This one goes this way, and then this one goes this way.
Yeah. So that's a Garrett City
Oh, I see.
Tile.
So that one we wouldn't be,
What's that say?
Yeah,
HUD
this one
lateral
wouldn't be
2?
vacated.
that would be, okay.
HUD lateral 2, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Can't believe that goes under the,
Probably gonna call that other one down there the Garrett City Tile. Landing lateral.
Just
one.
with
Yeah,
the drain
Lane.
tile in
I
the
think
city.
I need a name on
Just
there.
kept developing and developing and nobody cared.
You just throw in whatever names you want.
Throw his name on it, right?
They haven't
Be the
been
Garrett
American-
City Stevie Kellum Tile lateral on there.
now we're talking.
So that's what we're proposing for that. If
That'll
anybody
have
wants-
to be a hearing, right? That'll
Yeah.
have to be a hearing.
Yep, so that's, so we have it all written up as a vacation. We can alter it some, to include maintaining that lateral 3 as a lateral to the Garrett City Tile.
Isn't there
Like, if you ever have any, the hard part with combining that is if there's ever any issues with that lateral draining, we don't really have a lot to do on the downstream side. That goes right into the city. So if it's backing up and the problem's not in that lateral, it's in the Garrett City Tile, we're responsible for it with no way to repair it.
We circle back around as a separate issue and try to either give it to the city or say we're vacating it, because we can't.
Yeah, cause if there's a problem with that tile, it's gonna be a bad deal.
Yeah.
Is it
there's
working? Is it even working?
It is moving, it's still
bits and
moving
pieces
wire.
and
Under
parts.
the houses and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a big pump up there on the north side of the railroad that is at the start of it, and
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
it drains it.
that, all of this comes down and then it gets pumped across the railroad to this half. Then comes out and, yeah,
It does a 90 south and a 90 back. Yeah.
where's,
It's awful.
yeah, here it is.
No,
Where'd it go? Yeah, right here.
your map just wasn't looking.
It's just not refreshing. Yeah,
Issue.
then here you can literally see
Yeah,
the
you can see that, yeah, we've,
exposed tile in the air photos. It's concrete tile. It exits out by the treatment plant. But I remember when I first started, Nathan told me about, they investigated a house that was complaining and they go down the basement, you could hear water running through the wall because that's where the tile
Trying to
was.
sell the house. Title insurance wouldn't cover it, because there's a drain literally right
Up against their
it goes
foundation.
underneath a lot of houses.
Yeah, and it's
garages.
not small either. It's 24, 30 inch, something
It's a
like
big
that.
one,
Yeah.
yeah. Really, we could vacate the whole top end if you want.
Money in it?
It's a not on maintenance. Yeah. The Seward.
It probably will end up to that cemetery someday anyhow.
Yeah.
Should be out, if we're gonna do that, shouldn't we send a notice to the city of Garrett, just to tell them, by the way, we're gonna have a vacation hearing here? Are they considered a landowner if they have rights of way with the streets and,
Uh huh.
okay, so they'll get it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. We can make sure we send one to them.
What are we doing? Ready for that, or?
What do you guys want to do? I just bring things to you.
I agree, it's a mess. But it's that whole system's bad. I mean, it works, but it's, when it fails, it's,
Well, the only thing I have in question is the lateral 3, whether we keep it or not. I think the rest of it, we need to vacate. As far as I'm concerned,
because the lateral.
once they started building over it, we're out.
I guess Shannon was saying, why keep lateral 3 if we're gonna take care of the whole city tile in general and give it back to the city or vacate it? You know what I mean? Why have that little section and the rest of it be theirs? So the question is, do we wanna try to not get rid of, but give the Garrett City tile to the city of Garrett, and they can have that lateral and everything else involved with it?
Would be good.
That might be the question we have to really ask ourselves, or vacate the whole thing. Because if we keep that lateral and then we vacate the rest of it.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know what the hearing would be. How's that transferred to Garrett?
City just has to take it.
Okay. So even if we vacate it, I mean, it's up to them whether they take it or not. There's nothing we have to do if we vacate it.
Okay, are we back on trying to do the whole thing?
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3, all of it.
No, the whole city.
The Seward or the Garrett City tile?
We're talking the Seward. We vacate the Garrett City tile.
I don't know, I think that's kind of what they were getting at, that's what.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
We have all these houses on top, but we can't get to it anyways, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you have
Bottom end.
testimony that says it's running, so let me go over the vacation criteria. You will have to say the evidence presented at the hearing would fall under this. The drain does not perform the function for which it was designed and constructed or has become inadequate to properly drain all affected land under current conditions. The expense of reconstruction outweighs the benefits of reconstruction, and the vacation will not be detrimental to the public welfare.
All 3 must be true?
All 3. So that's my only guidance to you, is that's what you have to vote, that all the facts will line up with those 3 criteria.
And the city would have to then become responsible for a drain, they just have to agree to it, like there's no sort of mechanism for us to say.
There was evidence back in the 80s that Altona runaround was supposed to solve, right, a bunch of that drainage issue. That's what they called it, the Altona runaround. And then the drainage board was gonna give it, and they just never did it. And then fast forward to early 2000s, couldn't get them to budge. I met with Dan Brinkerhoff at one point. Didn't go very far.
Really?
So they don't wanna.
They don't wanna assume responsibility for it, I guess.
Got it.
And the thing is, like, let's say we do vacate it. If I'm a landowner and my house is on there and something does happen, what are my options? Does the city of Garrett, can their storm sewer or storm system handle it? Or do I have I don't know. I think that's what it means when it says, I mean, is it still performing the function for which it was designed and constructed? I mean, you can argue no, because I think it was probably constructed without a house sitting on top of it. But, I don't know. I can see both sides if I'm a landowner living there.
If you're a lawyer for the drainage board, what would you say?
I would say,
I mean, because to reconstruct is never gonna happen. I mean, the cost of that's never gonna be for the benefit.
on
I mean,
our end,
so-
yes. The city of Garrett would probably have to do what Butler did, right? Do a bond issue and put a hole for the catch, yeah. And but so far they haven't been willing to pick up that mantle. Now, so if you're looking at it from a pure drainage board perspective, you know, so long as all those factors could be argued, I think you have firm footing to make that argument.
Give me the 3 again,
Yep. The drain does not perform the function for which it was designed and constructed, or has become inadequate to properly drain all affected land under current conditions. So that's an or. And the expense of reconstruction outweighs the benefits of reconstruction. I think that's probably a no-brainer, yes. And the vacation will not be detrimental to the public welfare. That's pretty broad, but, so it's easy to make an argument for. and against, if it's so broad.
I'd say it's probably already close in and on the inadequate part of it. We have lots of issues with the Garrett City tile, especially involving the pump by the tracks. Like right now it's broken, and so we're trying to get in there to remove the pump, and the railroad is always parking their cars there on that crossing, so we can't get back into there, and it's
If there is funds in the account, that transfers to the city also, doesn't it? Under the code?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yeah.
they can have them. Anyways, let's just start with the Seward, but.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Hearing to vacate the Seward. Set a date?
you want to?
Well, if you did that, it
do
could
it.
open up the door if the commissioners wanted to go to Garrett and say, we need to look at this broader thing even to take care of the rest of this.
I mean, how much money?
He's not here.
Garrett, the city of Garrett tile.
Point, Jim.
Is that, this, Garrett City tile, is that on maintenance?
Garrett City tile is on maintenance, yes.
I mean,
So that's the one that.
I mean, I think at some point when it becomes bad shape, that's when we vacate it. I don't know if it's worth worrying about right now or not, or. Huh?
But it's getting there. It's pretty, yeah, we have lots of issues with it.
If we
But-
can't justify vacating it right now, I mean.
Right. Let's at least do the
it's gonna be
Seward.
vacated. Yeah.
Yeah, at least you can do the Seward.
At least do the Seward
Yep.
now.
Yep. Set a date. Hearing to vacate the Seward.
Do you wanna follow the Ridge
Right after.
on the
Same
August
day.
20th?
Yep, fine with that.
I think the vacation of that drain will probably be pretty quick and easy, so we can schedule that one first, get it done, and then whatever, a short 20 minutes, half hour, and then do the.
I make a motion to set a hearing to vacate the, Seward County drain and all three laterals on August 20th.
I'll make a motion.
Even with the lateral 3 to be. I'll second.
A motion and a second, hearing on August 20th for vacate the Seward drain and all laterals. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Awesome, thank you. One last thing, Kevin Yoder over by Newville, we discussed this, this was another question for Shannon. He's right on the north side of State Road 8. He's, where are we?
This is the one.
See, I told you I had a list of things here to get to.
This is the one we want Shannon for.
Okay.
So he's looking to pattern tile his field.
This is Newville,
Huh?
right?
No.
We're trying to change watershed, aren't we? Or,
Oh,
Yep.
Here we go.
that old nugget.
Yeah, here we are.
I believe
In the same
in the
place. Where's
past,
State
we
Road
said
8?
you can't change your watershed because of the
Northeast.
surface water, right?
they said we've done it before, this, somebody in the surveyors
I mean, yeah, we've done drain reconstructions to relocate the drain, it changes the watershed, like it. Where the water goes to, it just clumps it in with it. There we are, now we're making it. Yep, zoom out a little bit and go west. Is that field? Nope. Yep, there you go, it's that field. There you are, good. Okay, that's our field right there. It's currently split into 3 different watersheds, kind of going each way. A majority of the field goes to the east to that tile drain. That tile is not in great shape, so what they would rather do is they have the fall to run to the west and outlet into the open ditch. Almost where that watershed line is that crosses that driveway going west. They want to take their water to the open ditch so that way they're not overloading the tile system to the east. This all outlets in the same place down to the south Yep, right down there in St. Joe. So, they're looking to utilize to the west there. So this, the small portion in the southeast corner of that field would go to the tile. But the other portion of that watershed, the eastern watershed and the western watersheds there would go to the open ditch. The northern portion of that field, you see that small portion up there, would go north to that open ditch, which then flows down and ties in. So, they already talked to their neighbor that has the driveway that goes back there. The neighbor just wanted, approval from the drainage board that they were going to outlet the open ditch. Would make much more sense on our part than utilizing a broken down tile.
Looking up the private crossing section.
They're paying to have it.
Yeah, this is all their, yep, their own funding, this pattern tile, they just wanna run their main for their pattern tile, that open ditch, yep. Yeah.
So,
I think it's
the
just.
rain, the surface runoff, follow the topography. I get it. All our drains.
Overloading a drain or something.
Right. When it's all private. Because they're not paying assessments,
Two issues are, A, are they asking to be taken out of one watershed into another, or are they just gonna keep their drain assessment the way it is?
drain assessment.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Watershed, by the way, is defined in the code as an area of land from which all runoff water drains to a given point or that is affected by a small lake. So to me, doesn't that, so let's just say this drain goes on, the other drain of the watershed they're in goes on, you want a maintenance hearing or a reconstruction hearing, and the surveyor has to answer all lands within the watershed assessed. I think you could still answer yes, correct? Because the runoff water, theoretically, would still go to the other watershed, right? Okay. So then if the surveyor's office approves the connection, under section 72, and that a private crossing cannot be placed over or through an open drain or even to an open drain unless the specs are approved by the county surveyor, and same with any connection. If you approve it, you think it can handle it, then I think you're good. As long as that's in the minutes.
They don't have to pay maintenance on that, anything in that watershed.
That is the question that's not answered really by the code.
They don't have to pay maintenance in that watershed, and if there's a reconstruction, they don't have to be part of that reconstruction. But they're dumping water in it.
Well, the definition,
Still pay into that open ditch, right?
Part of that watershed.
Yeah, they're still within part of that open ditch watershed, it's just,
not all that acreage would be, right?
yeah.
correct.
Because this part is still within the open ditch watershed, this
That's what
part
I'm saying,
isn't,
though, if they're
but,
bringing water out of the other watershed.
yeah.
That one still goes to that ditch. Wouldn't it still be
They go to the river.
I mean,
They all lie beside each other.
yeah, technically this goes to the tile, which they all end up in the St. Joe River, but
You're right though, Glenn. If it tied into the open ditch, then yes, that would all still be assessed.
yeah, it's just the surface runoff really isn't affected, it's subsurface absorption that's being changed.
I always thought the biggest issue was when you would jump watersheds and be going into a completely different ditch that you weren't paying. Like here, they're still paying into that same ditch, it's just different watersheds still incorporated in the same ditch. But if they were in a different watershed in a totally different ditch, then they aren't even paying into the ditch they're dumping into.
And they're,
Water gets maintenance,
yeah, and they're paying into 3 systems there, so.
but here they're still watershed, but it's
We had that actually with one by the Beth's nursing home that they wanted tiled out. They tiled out of the watershed, I believe, at one point, and then I remember if Mike brought them back in or not. That was thing, I'm pretty sure he was fairly consistent about that. You can't do that. We're not doing that anymore. You can't say, oh, I want to tile over this way because it's like way cheaper or whatever. Why they did it, maybe it was water, it made more sense, but I don't know.
Remember, there's another one we had that was, I think Walker Farms, where the watershed, just from dipping of the ditch, the spoils from the ditch dippings
Right.
made the watershed run along the ditch and then dump different. So like they wanted to tile that field right up against that ditch, into that ditch. Mike said no, because, well, the watershed followed the ditch dippings in that ditch, even though they were.
Not a perfect system because we do use LiDAR to determine the watershed. So
If we're concerned about, like the assessment wise, we can always alter subsheds within those watersheds. Change which system they're part of.
But is it enough to deny a guy the connection to the pattern tiling if the drain can?
Yeah, I would prefer he does not tie into the tile.
Are we missing anything for future circumstances that, we get ourselves in a bind, somebody else comes in? I mean, it feels fine, but.
So you're saying, you're worried about the president setting the precedents, but I think just case by case. I mean, there's always gonna be outliners.
The way to try to combat that is in our hearing minutes, just like we do with the variance, you make specific findings and say, because of this, this, and this is why the board made the decision for this case. So that the next case comes along and it doesn't have all those things and you deny it. But you're still consistent because you can see the discrepancy between the two decisions and why you decided it one way here, another way here.
Why are we comfortable with this one? Because whatever the John drain is in bad shape.
Overloading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the John Gillingham is.
Not gonna be very
Or
often you can reverse the flow of that water. I mean, it's gotta be a fairly equalized, elevation there that he can go the other way.
That drain's in bad shape and he's in the same he's already paying into.
He already partially pays into that watershed.
And they both end up outletting to the same outlet eventually.
It should be less runoff going that towards the bad drain once it's pattern tiled anyhow, if he's shoving it the other way.
Yeah.
And it could actually
mean,
relieve pressure on the
It will relieve pressure theoretically. I mean, it should.
What do we want to do? Make a motion to approve the, what's the,
based on those 4 factors you just said.
The outlet.
to approve the outlet for, which Yoder is it?
Kevin Yoder.
Kevin Yoder. Sorry, I don't even know what ditch he's gonna be tying into.
It's the Solomon Shank.
To allow Kevin Yoder an outlet into the Solomon Shank.
Yep.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
A motion and a second to approve the outlet for Kevin Yoder as presented. Is there any further discussion? Here, no further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
Rebecca, you put all 4 of those findings in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Very good. Surveyor's office is all done. Steve, have anything?
Nope.
Shannon, Katie, Becky?
there's a break. That was when we were gonna have postpone.
Must be a break.
It's on the 18th.
Feels good? Anything, Bill?
Yes. James Ely. That situation out there, he has that wetland, and he was hoping for some, there was talk of some relief because of the retention that wetland provided different parts of the year. When he got his new assessment, it went up considerably on the new estimate. Just wondering why it went up.
Brush the James Ely.
So Orable. Yep. Are you saying from his notice that he received?
Yes.
Bill? Okay. It should have been the same as what it's been discussed, from our most recent estimate. But there will be a time during the hearing where I think the board can choose to reduce that, right, Shannon? That's the time to do it.
I guess the question though, the previous estimate on that was 70-some thousand, low 70s. Now it's almost 90,000 on
When you
this
say
recent.
previous, is that back in like '05 or '6 or 12 maybe when we
No, I
did it?
think
It was
had one.
an informational hearing, meeting maybe? Did we send anything out, what their assessments might be on it? Or we just had a letter come and talk about it, right? Okay.
Yeah, we just had a letter, and then we just had like a rough estimate of the cost per acre,
Okay.
but I don't think we ever gave them like,
Yeah.
this is what it's gonna be, you know, like, we didn't give them an assessment scroll.
I guess he might have to send what he's looking at, the two that he's looking at, into the surveyor's office and let him look.
Yeah, he can come in and talk. Yeah, he can come, yeah, he's welcome to come in and talk. He's came in before and talked to us and stuff, so. Yeah,
Okay.
just let him know, he can come in and we can look at whatever. And yeah, I know there was some discussion about whether to or not to change,
Yeah.
his rate for that large swamp that he has.
Yeah, he wanted a reduced rate, but there's still an overflow tile running
Yeah.
into that
Well, and
drain, so I don't,
Yeah.
I think,
And, you know, you talk about retention. I mean, right now, we've got this a little bit of a dry spell. The thing's probably drained down. The next rain, it'll probably retain. Probably no runoff this next rain that we get. I mean, that's just a rough guess, but
well, Tyler,
obviously it's drained down and it's gonna retain.
I think you and I found a line item that was missing on the estimate that we corrected too, so there might be a slight number change just in the estimate. But I'm, like his acreage and stuff obviously didn't change, so it might just be from a
It
correction.
would have been 20,000?
It shouldn't be that much, I mean,
No, and he never got an estimate.
I don't think so.
So it wouldn't
So,
matter.
might be from previous
The
time that
previous
they looked
hearing,
at it.
yeah, I don't know.
And
Nothing? There are no objections, this meeting will stand adjourned. Hearing no objections, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Decide what-